Hello and welcome to Cloth Diaper Review. My name is Carmen. Welcome back if you're a returning viewer, and welcome if you are new to my channel. Today I am going to, I have notes over here, so if I'm looking, that's what I'm looking at. I wanted to do a video about things that have helped me as a first-time cloth diapering mother that are beyond the diapers themselves. So I have compiled a short list, and I invite you to leave a comment below if you have something else that you want to add that I might have forgotten to talk about, or just to share something that's worked really well for you. We're really big readers, so I wanted to kind of incorporate another thing into video. So I'm going to hopefully be adding a book into the beginning of videos because we have a lot of them. So the book that I want to show is called Itsy Bitsy Spider Touch and Trace Nursery Rhymes. There is no author, but it's by Silver Dolphin Books, and this book is pretty neat because there are different sections within the book that children can trace. So there's a bit of a sensory element in there, along with just being a book that can be read that has, you know, familiar nursery rhymes. So again, that's Itsy Bitsy Spider Touch and Trace Nursery Rhymes, and it is published by Silver Dolphin Books. Looks like $7.99 USDA, $10.99 CAN. So that I know it's on Amazon. We ended up getting this in a for a baby shower gift. So there we go. So on to the things that have helped me as a cloth diapering mother. Number one is going to be a wet bag. So I keep mine rolled up like this when I'm not using them. So they usually have two zippers, and it's the same material that diapers are made of. So often when you buy from companies, you can sometimes be able to get a matching print to whatever diaper you're getting. It's usually some sort of snap handle on here. I like to put them on the stroller or onto, we have a backpack that we use as a diaper bag, so I'll hang that on there for out in the go. And I separate the insert from the actual diaper when we are on the go. And I just fold it in half like this, and then I roll it up, and then go ahead and put the snap handle around it just for storage purposes. The other thing that kind of goes with that is just a grocery bag, a plastic grocery bag. I usually throw that in with the wet bag so that I can put anything that's really heavily soiled in another container before putting it in the wet bag, just so that I don't have to spray the wet bag. It doesn't get on any other diapers, and contains any smell that maybe the wet bag doesn't contain. So I do think that wet bags do a really good job of that. That's just another thing, mostly because I'm not always the best at using the dirty snap closure, and because I like to separate everything right away. So that is just a plastic bag from any other, you know, grocery store or something like that. Another more sustainable idea would be they make these silicone bags that have a sliding zip on them that you could also use. I know they can come in quart, gallon sizes, and you could use that also and be able to just clean that out really well if you don't use plastic bags. But we happen to have them because we do grocery delivery, so we have a lot of them that we're always trying to use that. Kind of similar is going to be a pod. It's made out of that same material. This one happens to have a shoulder strap. This one is from Sweet Cheeks. The wet bag was from Happy Behinds. Both of them I think are still in stock. So sometimes they have a strap through there. I like having a strap on there. A lot of times they'll have just a handle like a wet bag does with the little snap. This is what I use for a diaper bag instead of the big backpack on an everyday. We'll use the big backpack when we have a lot of stuff to carry, like we're going to be gone most of the day, but for most of the time it's large enough for me. Other people use them for actually storing the diapers. That's not what I use. I use one of these bins up here to store diapers through there, but I just throw in a couple diapers, changing pad, a wet bag, change of clothes. I have toys in here, throw bottles, whatever you need. That's what I like to use the pods for. And a lot of them, if they don't have a shoulder strap, that's something that you could buy. There is still a loop on both ends of them that you could use, you know, if you wanted to get a neutral colored one to go between different pods. But that's been a really big help, and I'm glad that I discovered pods through there. I've seen a couple that have an outer zipper. I would like to potentially get that just because I use that for myself and for our baby. So that would be something I'd kind of like to use in the future. Next thing is going to be cloth wipes. I have just ones that I've made through here. These are flannel. I think I made them 5x5. I would have made them 5x6 if I were to do it again. I did have another one from another company. You can just buy them from a company. I happen to have flannel. I had the serger, so I made them up. But often they're made of like a bamboo or a cotton terry, or you can get them with velour or something like that, a little bit more luxurious, but I found that these are just fine. And going with that is going to be a container of some sort. So this one is for wipes. Comes out, and then I just fold them like disposable wipes come, kind of accordion folded. And you could put wipe solution in here. I just wet them down if I'm going to use them like that, because sometimes I do use them dry after using just a throwaway wipe. And then also on to-go wipe bag. And this one does actually have disposable ones in there, but you can put the cloth ones in there. And it opens up through here. You just want to make sure that nothing, you know, icky's growing in there, just because it is damp. So I don't put too many in there at one time. And then I just throw this in that diaper pod and call it good. Next is going to be a cloth safe diaper cream. You need to be careful what kind of diaper cream you're using. If you're using something that has material in it that's going to cause repelling or kind of coat the diaper, then you're going to run into absorbency issues, and it's kind of a pain to get rid of. Also, some diaper creams will not cause that, but they may cause minor staining. Again, you can get rid of it. You could use a diaper liner, whether that be, you know, fleece, something like that that you're going to use. I know that different companies sell athletic wecking jersey liners or just throwaway bamboo liners. So don't be afraid that you're not going to be able to use diaper cream. I know, and sometimes in tags for diapers it says no diaper cream. That's not true, and I wish that there actually is a company that I came across recently that has more specific language about the diaper cream, so don't be thinking that you can't use it. A couple that we've been using is Earth Mama Baby, and this is the organic diaper balm. It does have a pretty strong scent. It's not an offensive smell at all. It smells very natural, but it is quite strong, so this isn't my favorite one. What I actually really like is the Oliva diaper cream. And we've had this is 100 milliliters or 3.4 ounce fluid ounces. We've had this for 6 months and we haven't used it all the way up. We don't run into a lot of diaper rashes. When we have, it was in a disposable. But right now our son is teething, so he does have a little bit of irritation. So I have been using it a little bit more often, but I like this one. This is my favorite one right now, and I'll add links to anything that I can add a link to. Also a barrier cream, just kind of help keep moisture off of baby skin. I specifically do this at usually nighttime, or if we're going to be in the car for an extended amount of time. And my go-to is just a coconut oil. This one's from Nature's Grocer. We've used kind of whatever. It's just organic, unrefined coconut oil. There is a product called I think it's Grandma Ellie's, E-L-Y-S, that is a really good balm, but it is a little bit more expensive. So I just use this because the price per ounce is just a little bit more affordable, and it works just as fine. This is going to be a flour sack towel. So usually they come white. This one I have dyed. I mentioned in another video that we have hard water. And hard water, if you don't have it, you might not know this, but it causes a lot of mineral deposits, and it's really noticeable on white clothing. It's very hard to keep white fabric really bright when you have hard water, so that's why I have hand dyed all of these. Right now this is actually my go-to insert for absorbency. They're 100% cotton. You can get them 10 for 10 at Walmart. I know that Target has them, Amazon sells them. I think that they are cheapest at Walmart, and we have Walmart and Target. Target is slightly softer, but this is something that I put inside of a pocket, so I'm not worried about, like, this isn't abrasive in any way, but I can tell if one is from Target or if one is from Walmart. They're just slightly different hand on the fabric. But on top of using this for inserts, I use them, just throw one in our diaper pod for a burp cloth, for a changing pad if I don't have something, or if the one that I'm using right now isn't clean, or, you know, we're gonna lay down in the grass or someplace, just to have something to put down on there. Next is going to be Snappies. I have a couple of them here. They come in lots of different colors. I think they are usually in a 3-pack or an individual, And these are used to secure flats, pre-flats, contours, anything like that. And that's kind of in place of pins. You can use a pin. This is just what I have. And then they do make a version that kind of looks like a miniature version of this that is applied on either side. So that's what helps keep any of those stretchy absorbency materials in place if you're using something with a cover, although I use these with pockets too, just depending on what I'm using for the absorbency material in a diaper. And then I have 4 things that I don't have with me because they're elsewhere in the house. The first one is some sort of container to hold your cloth diapers in. And originally I was using a really big wet bag, so they make mini ones, the one that I showed you, and then really long ones. I was using that, and then I switched to open container method. So what I'm currently using is a small round cylindrical laundry basket from the dollar store, just to keep airflow and expose any of the soiled diapers to light. I'm really paranoid about kind of gross things that can lurk in dark, warm, wet places, so I like to have a lot of airflow and a lot of natural light in the diapers. And that also pushes me to wash every 2 to 3 days because the basket can only hold so much. The next thing is going to be a diaper sprayer. That is connected to the main water line of your toilet. It's very easy to install. I did it myself. Just make sure that you turn the water off, and it's like a little bidet. It has a little handle. You flip a little switch so that it's the water's pressure is going to that instead of the toilet, and you spray any of the solids into the toilet, and then it flushes away. With that, I have a diaper spray shield. So there's ones that it kind of looks like a smaller trash can, and you can cut the bottom off of it, and then you connect the diaper with little clips to the bin that it's in, and then you spray on there, and it keeps water from going everywhere and any solids from going anywhere, and then you can just flush it into the toilet. That's something that I really like to do. Every once in a while I feel like, oh yeah, I'll just spray this without the shield, and then I get water everywhere, so I do like that. And with that is a drying rack. We have a collapsible drying rack. I don't put any of the physical diapers, so like this, into the dryer. I hang dry all of it, but I do put all of the absorbency stuff into the dryer. It's really windy where we live, and we don't have an outside clothesline, and the couple times that I have dried on the drying rack outside, I've had to run after the diapers on there. So I dry inside, and it's collapsible, it folds up. It's probably 4 feet tall when it's fully extended, and I hang all of them in there. I hang my diapers like this, just to save on the elastic. You can hang them this way. I was hanging like that originally, but I have flipped them the other way to be like that. They do take up a little bit more space, but it's okay because I wash every 2 to 3 days. And then it's just over the floor register for the HVAC system in our home, and they all air dry. When I'm not drying all of the diapers, I collapse it down, fold it against the wall. It has a pretty slim profile, and that's where I hang dry anything that I've sprayed in the toilet, so that I'm not putting something that's completely drenched into the basket that we are using. The last thing is going to be a diaper cart. I think that's become pretty popular in the past few years. It's a 3-tiered cart. You can get them. I know a lot of people get them from IKEA. The closest IKEA to us is about five hours away. So I actually got mine just at Michael's. I'm sure that you can get them at most craft stores. I've seen them at Joann Fabrics also. So it's just a 3-tiered cart that has little wheels. So on the top I keep some diapers, Snappies, and then cloth wipes. The next is all diapers, and then the bottom shelf is things like lotion, and where I keep diaper cream and things that we don't use a whole lot right now because my son's not mobile. He's not crawling yet. We can keep all of that stuff on the bottom. In the future we are going to need to obviously move it up once he can kind of get into anything that he shouldn't be getting into. So those are the things that beyond cloth diapers that I have found really useful as a cloth diapering mother. Again, like I mentioned, please leave in the comments if you feel like I've forgotten something, or there's something that you found that has been really helpful. I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to keep track of future videos that I make, please like, comment, and subscribe. You can hit the notification bell and be notified every time that I upload a new video. I don't have a video schedule right now. It's just kind of doing them when baby's napping, when I have time and things like that. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day.